Amazing grace, how sweet the sound.
Do you think this is noble? We've all made our sacrifices. This is your final chance. Take the mark.
That saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now
those who trust in the Lord are like Mount Zion, which cannot be shaken but endures forever. The scepter of the wicked will not remain over the land allotted to the righteous. Do good, O Lord, to those who follow you, but to those who reject your ways, bring judgment.
These will be the very people the Antichrist hates and seeks to destroy. The world will mock them. Screens will show their faces, branded as extremists, threats to national unity. News anchors will smile as they read off charges.
Tonight, another extremist has been identified, unmarked, uncooperative, a danger to peace.
They'll be hunted not because they harm, but because they refuse to bow down to the man of lawlessness. When the mark of the beast is introduced, technology will become the enforcer.
Scan complete. Scan complete. No mark detected.
Drones, scanners, surveillance will be the eyes of the beast, watching from every angle. Your movements tracked, your choices logged, every purchase calculated. You will not be able to hide in plain sight. The system will see you, and it will ask one question. Are you marked? Families will be torn. Fathers choosing survival, mothers choosing safety. Children begging to be marked just to go back to school. And in that chaos, hearts will break. Love will be tested in a way no generation has ever known. Because when your faith costs you everything, you will find out if it was ever real to begin with. When the mark of the beast is introduced, comfort will become a currency of compromise. But for those who refuse, there will be no compromise, no middle ground, just a narrow road.
Today marks a historic step forward in our national security. Let's go live to reporter Sarah Martinez at the Registration Center downtown.
More than 50,000 people have come here this morning to register. This is the future of secure identification,
linking identity, healthcare, and payments in one verified system.
When the mark of the beast is introduced, countries will present it as a matter of national security. Every financial institution, from the banks, hospital, and even supermarkets will state that it is a requirement that you have the mark.
I'm sorry, but without the mark, we can no longer provide you access.
Banks won't allow you to access any funds without it, and supermarkets won't allow you to purchase any goods without it.
You'll need to get registered before you can shop here, sir.
Hospitals won't treat any patient who hasn't been marked.
I'm sorry, ma'am, we can't proceed without your digital mark.
The mark of the beast won't be branded as evil. No, the mark will be incentivized. Early takers will be offered discounts and access to products and services. Then, gradually, those benefits will be exclusive, only to be available for the marked. They'll call it modern convenience. You'll call it a small price to pay, until the day you can't eat without it. Can't travel.
Reminder, all riders must verify digital identity before boarding.
Can't breathe in society.
I'm sorry, sir. We can't proceed without verification.
Unless you bear the symbol. You see, when the mark of the beast is introduced, the Antichrist will make life without it so difficult that many will simply cave into the pressure. People will feel the pressure from society to conform.
James Carter, please follow me to room 4.
You will see a desperate longing in the faces of people who just want life to return to normal. They simply want to be able to buy and sell freely. They want to work, socialize, and cling to whatever freedom they once had. The price to pay for this? A simple mark on the forehead or on the right hand.
Is to create a one-world government where everybody has an RFID chip implanted in them. All money is to be in those chips, right? There'll be no more cash. And this is giving me straight from Rockefeller himself. This is what they want to accomplish. And all money will be in your chips. And so instead of having cash, anytime you have money in your chip, they can take out whatever they want to take out whenever they want to. If they say you owe us this much money in taxes, they just deduct it out of your chip digitally. Total control. Total control. And if you're like me or you,
there you go. Total control. That's what it's all about. That's what Esau wants. Remember, Esau has a God complex. Okay, Ezekiel, the 28th chapter, he wants total control because he feels that he is God. And they can get total control through this RFID chip, through this electronic device.
People stop being fucking stupid, man. Right. When they crash this economy, man, this is going to be the new currency, man. Right. You're going to have to put your right hand and your forehead out to go ahead and buy and sell in this economy, man. All right? Are you going to sell your soul to Satan, or are you going to get your head fucking chopped off, man? Right. That's the choices that's coming in these days, man. Right. You can laugh and scoff, talk all the shit you want in your mind, but the Lord going to judge your ass, man. Right. All right? This is a serious matter, man. Right. It ain't no more time to be playing around with you people, man. Right.
Hey, shalom, shalom. Keep us a sheep. Brother Kashai, back with another lesson. Lord, with this video is edifying. All right, before we begin, I'd like to first start off by giving all praise, all honor, and all glory to the Most High, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, shalom, and shalom to the hopeful elect. All right, and as you can see, today's lesson will be titled, Don't Be Afraid of Death. Right? So, and as you can see, today's lesson is inspired by the clips played at the beginning of the video. If I forgot to mention that already. And in this first video, well, both these are clips from movie scenes, right? So in the first clip, you have a woman who basically she didn't receive the MOTB, all right, All right, and we all know what it is. Code MOTB for the the mark, Revelation 13:16, right? And she refused to take the mark, and she was faced with death. All right, and she I don't want to spoil the movie, but brothers seen what it entailed, and these are the decisions that that the men of the Lord are gonna have to make in that time, man, to deny the beast and his mark, man, and his image, right? And along with that comes, persecution, all right, and many of the men of the Lord will be beheaded, all right, they will die, all right, but those who are preordained to die for this truth, all right, those will be the ones who rise first, right? So, those will get the glory, before some of the men of the Lord that's here on earth, man, right? And that's just the order that the Lord has set things up in. But with that, with understanding that, we have to not be afraid of death. All right, we have to accept it. All right, and understand that it's a part of the process. All right, it's a part of our calling, our walk. All right, it's like when you sign these waivers. All right, when you sign up for something, you sign on the bottom on the dotted line. But you didn't. Sometimes you don't read the small print, and it says could cause death. All right, hey, this truth ultimately. For some of the men of the Lord, it will end in your faith, your walk. All right, will end in you dying on this side, right? But again, there's no need to be afraid. All right, that's just your way out. All right, that's your ride. Okay, that's your path to the kingdom. All right, we do have the same destination, but some of us may take detours or different paths or different walks, man. So again, Lord will, this video is edifying. This is a couple precepts and further prove the point. All right. Let's see. I can start at Revelation 2:10. It reads. It says, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life." That's it. That's right, man. Because, of course, many of us are going to be captured. All right. But along with you being captured, all right, these devils are going to come down with death for those who don't receive their mark, man. All right. Matter of fact, because we have to stand stiffly, right? This is 2 Ezra 2:47 reads, "So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of the Most High, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord." So we have to stand on righteousness, man. We have to stand stiffly. We got to be bold. All right, we have to know that what this thing may lead to for some of us, right? It says again, Revelation 2:10, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer." All right, and that word "suffer" goes into being patient. So we have to be patient. All right, when things start coming down, all right, the persecution of the men of the Lord. All right, more chaos. All right, famines. All right, you may go days without eating. All right, you may go days without. Yeah, you may lose your family. All right, you may be alone. Right. It says, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried." All right, it's all for your trying, man. It's all right. It's all for your testing of your faith and your patience. It says, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. And it's not literal 10 days. It's just a complete number of days, meaning you're going to be there until you're fully tried. All right. Until you've passed the test, Lord willing. All right. It says, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days, be thou faithful unto death. All right. Meaning, understand that, this is a part of the process. Allow it to happen. Accept it. All right. Trust it. All right. Know that the Lord wouldn't bring you to this just to bring you this far. All right. Again, there's glory on the other side of that. Right. So be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Right. So you can receive the crown of life, all right, by laying down your carnal life. Right. This worldly life. All right. And, this is a prison in itself. All right, this life, these bodies, all right, these are chains. This is a prison in itself, man. So you're really being set free, all right, through death. You're being set free. You're being released from prison through death, right? Let's see what else we have. First Corinthians 15, of course, and start at 15, I guess. Bear with me really quick. No, I need to go on down. Start at 50. 1 Corinthians 15 and 15, it reads, now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High, neither doth corruption inherit incorruption. So like it says, behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. All right, meaning, of course, you some of us will have to, die for this truth. All right, be martyred for this truth. But there's some men that won't. All right, there's many men that will be beamed up. All right, of that 144,000. Matter of fact, that's real quick. Just to further prove that. This is Matthew 16:28, and it reads, verily I say unto you, there be some standing here which shall not taste of death till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. That's right, man. So you have some men that's not preordained for death. All right, that's some men that's gonna endure until the end, right? And they will be saved. Again, 1 Corinthians 15 and 51, I'll pick back up. It says, behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep. Again, that sleep, it means, death, right? Because when you're dead, your spirit just goes back to the Heavenly Father, and you're in a sleep state, all right, in the spiritual realm, right? It says, but we shall all be changed, all right, meaning, when the Most High Yahushua does come back, all right, we will be changed. We will have those incorruptible bodies and that crown, all right, that is the crown, those incorruptible bodies. It says, in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, right? The dead shall be raised incorruptible, meaning, when you wake up out of that sleep, you won't have those same pains. You won't have those same insecurities, those illnesses, those diseases, right? It says, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, meaning perfect spiritual powers, right? Complete understanding, right? It says, and we shall be changed. That's right. It says, for this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality, meaning we're going to live forever. There will be no more death. All right. You won't have to worry about being set free because you will be free. Right. It says, so when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? So death is a temporary thing for the men of the Lord, for the Israelites. All right, beginning with the elect, 144,000. Death is temporary. Death is only on this side. This is the last time we'll see death. All right. What else? And death is not always a bad thing. All right. Let's get this. Ecclesiastes 7:1 reads, a good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death than the day of one's birth, man. All right. Again, because, through death, you're being set free. All right. Free from this wickedness, man. All right. And it says, matter of fact, let me grasp real quick, because to some people, we're already dead. All right. And to 2/3 of this world, we know they're already dead. All right. This real quick. This is Wisdom of Solomon. And I read 3, start at 3 and 1. It reads, but the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High, and there shall no torment touch them. In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and their departure is taken from misery. So when persecution comes down on the Lord, all right, and many of us get beheaded, it's gonna seem like misery to the people, man. But that's us being set free. That's our victory over death. All right, how do you get the victory over death? By going through it, by accepting it. All right. It says, but again, starting at 1, Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 1. It says, but the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High, and there shall no torment touch them. In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die. Right. And so right now, people are like, oh man, especially when, again, persecution comes down, and, they point the finger at the men of the Lord. People are like, oh man, they will disassociate themselves with us, man, because they know what comes with this. Right. As you should. It says, in the sight of the unwise, they seem to die. All right. Meaning people are like, because people think they're alive. They think they're living. All right. They think they're living their best life. All right. They think us, walking prudent. All right. And being men of the Lord, being wise. All right. Is death. No, man. This is the way to life. Immortality. All right. Where did I leave off? Oh yeah, Ecclesiastes 7:1 says, a good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death than the day of one's birth, man. So death is not always a bad thing. Isaiah 57:1, and it reads, the righteous perisheth, and no man layeth it to heart, and the merciful men are taken away, and none considering that the righteous is taken away from the evil to come. And again, like I said, it's just us being set free, man. All right, because, the Lord is keeping certain men from certain things. All right, because, again, we have to suffer. All right, meaning men are going to be, we're going to be tortured. All right, we're going to be tortured spiritually and physically. All right, and some men can't bear those, All right, it's not meant for certain men to bear those, those tortures, right? Ecclesiastes 12:7, and it reads, then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return to the Most High who gave it. So basically, you're just going back home. That's why, it says, and going back to Isaiah 57:1, it says, the righteous perisheth, and no man layeth it to their heart, and merciful men are taken away, none consider that the righteous is taken away from the evil to come. So not everybody that dies is being punished. All right, or it's not always a bitter thing. It's not always a sad situation, man. All right, it's a celebration, as they call it in the world, right? They're celebrating, that they're set free. All right, it's the only time you're truly free. All right, is when you're not in these bodies, man. All right, let's see if I can grab that real quick. think I can find it. It's 2 Peter 2:4, and it reads, "For the Most High spared not the angels that sin, but cast them down to hell and delivered them into chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment." Those chains of darkness, that's these bodies, man. All right. And chains are used for what? Prison. All right. Slaves, captives. Right. So understand that, these bodies alone, all right, is hell. All right. We're in hell. Right. Yeah, man, because ultimately, our spirit belongs to the Most High Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, right? Luke 21:16 reads, "And ye shall be betrayed both by parents, brethren, and kinsfolk, and friends, and some of you shall be, and some of you shall they cause to be put to death." That's right, man. So many of the people that are around you today, your so-called family and loved ones, are going to cause you put to death, all right, to try to save their own lives, all right. That's why the Lord said, "Those who do the will of the Father, those are my mother, sister, brother," right? Matthew 5:12, and it reads, "Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you." That's right, and we know the persecution that fell on the prophets in the middle of the Lord before. Many of them were beheaded. All right, many of them were tortured. Right, so we can expect the same thing, man. The account, of John. All right, John the Baptist, man. You can read that in Matthew 14. I think Matthew 14, 1 through 12. Right. Let's see what else. Okay. I'll get Revelation 24. All right. This is the icing on the cake, man. It says, Revelation 24, and the reason I saw the thrones and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of the men that were beheaded, all right, for the witness of Yahweh Shai, and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years. That's right, man. So there's a reward, all right, for your patience. There's a reward for you not worshiping the beast in his image, man. All right, and that's reigning with the Yahweh Shai, man. Right. Matthew, we'll close out Matthew 10:20, and it reads, "And fear not." It says, "And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him that is able to destroy both soul and body in hell." All right, meaning the Lord can leave you here. All right, he can leave you here. This is in this hell, man. He can leave you here. He can leave you alive. He could preserve you. All right, just for the ICBMs. All right, just for the missiles, just for the nukes. He could torture you, man. All right, or the Lord could bring you back. All right. It says, "And fear not them which kill the body," meaning, don't fear these carnal men. Don't fear Esau, Edom, so-called white man. When he come down with his wrath, don't fear him, man, because he only has power to kill the body, and he gets that power from who? The Heavenly Father. All right, so it's all through the will of the Father. All right, it says, "But are not able to kill the soul." All right, meaning that's the only thing he has over us is these carnal bodies, these fleshly bodies. All right, these chains, these are his chains. All right. So, man, with that, Lord will, this video was edifying once again. Until next time, I'll let it close out by giving all praise, all honor, and all glory to the Most High, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakakwadash, Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom. And shalom to the hopeful elect.